Okay, so we're back. Back everybody here. I got Stephen Michael and TJ Haller. I'll be putting the list information up here in just a second.
So he does not use action bar stripped down. When he focuses, he can bend on it. And then dash. And you're eight. Oh. Shit. I'm at 99 points. So take the initiative. That doesn't let you do it. You're reaching to the next one.
You enjoy your ones and then your base. 300 first match, second match 300. Nobody knows this
Range to the edge.
No, I mean you get to choose. Because that's what I want.
Yes. Except if you sits on one shoot.
By the way,
Rebel player who killed Imperial. Actually, no, I haven't killed anything.
unless you pull it back.
Alright, extra players, go ahead, begin.
R7.
Okay, game's starting.
Terrible day. Tuesday.
See, we've got our counter deployments there. Stephen's Decimator and Interceptor down on the bottom left of the screen, and Mr. Haller as his Howl Runners there in the bottom right, as we're looking at it with Whisper up in the top corner.
I thought you were about to do the fortress thing. They're all facing each other.
What's that?
Hear you.
Okay.
3 upgrades.
Saying something that I shouldn't hear.
No one likes you when you do it, but it's kind of like playing slaves.
Cool. So you.
Well, you can borrow.
Other than the action.
Oh yeah.
There you go. I think you did. All three of those shots on the shield. I do the same thing with the planes.
Even if I fly totally wrong.
Yeah. Instead of a drill on the other side, it's just like book it out there. Coming for you. Yeah. So just wait. You just Yeah. Yeah, that's why. You got it. Cannot take away a stress or a clip. Alright. Being able to take away stress against key and okay. Only him and just only times really ever use that.
All you. Yeah. All me all the time. Every day.
So you got okay. I appreciate your 10 over there. Yeah.
So we're turning. Steve's moved pretty aggressively down the bottom of the board there. He revealed a long straight move and then boosted, so he's moving pretty fast down the bottom end of the board. This is a list that Steve is pretty comfortable with. Told me before the game he had gone to tried to tinker a little bit with some scum lists and just wasn't working for him. So he's gone back to his fell decimator list, and that's what we got. It looks like GJ is going to go ahead and turn down and engage that decimator.
Yeah, that is it. You got it. It's just the opposite. Plus, I like to see what you're going to do.
So, yeah, you can force someone else to take a hit or a critical. Yeah. That's going to shoot a hoop also. Wedge gets the
This is the. I think we're only going to end up with. I'll put it up on YouTube later on. Got to be a little more quiet. The room's quieted down a little bit, and my voice is carrying a little bit, and the guys at the table can hear me talking. So, but yeah, these will go up on YouTube later on. I'm recording as it streams, so a cleaner version will go up on YouTube once I get home. By cleaner, I don't mean without all my cursing. I mean just the YouTube version ends up looking a lot nicer than the archive Twitch feed. So this is what we're gonna have, and I mean pretty much kind of what he's got to do. We're gonna. So he's got another 4 forward, probably another boost. Those big base ships, man, with the big long straight moves with boost, they're just really fast.
Yeah, I didn't have any room this time. I mean, I could have done it.
Since you did football before, I didn't know if maybe you were doing something different with those two. Didn't want you to forget.
Yeah, I've been. It's always can always be a little startling how quickly one of those big base ships with engine upgrade can move across the board. And that's just what he's done. He's avoided arc now for 2 turns. Well, not for 2, just for that. Be curious to see what TJ is going to do in this next turn. Is he going to go ahead and try and K-turn all these TIE fighters to get that decimator back out in front of him? It wouldn't surprise me, because I think that might be why he's got them spread out like that.
Some missiles, if they hit, they hit. That's in addition to one on everybody but the person that actually hit. It should be nice anytime. Because technically I didn't see it when you take a target. Okay, nothing's in range 3. Well, that's true. All you want to say is that. It's been
But yeah, this is the top pairing. They were gracious enough to let me go ahead and get some video here. So this is going to be
After West shoots. Right now, I can have the shoots. Yeah. So you can do the physics, you can't shoot.
so Phil's going to go ahead and start engaging these TIE fighters. He's got the they're just at range 3.
Well, I would have ended up. I'll take that right. No, it won't. He's still in the room, so it'd be right here, but I have stress. And he's going to take he's doing 2 hard.
So that's evaded. Gets his Howl Runner roll. And that's evaded. Howl is going to be the second from the bottom in that group of ties without the little token there. That's the Howl Runner is the ship being measured to right now. The one on the far left fired there earlier. He went ahead and applied swarm tactics and made that far left tie an 8. Hey guys, how's the audio on this? Is this too loud? Because I mean, I'm right up on this microphone. So now Predator's kicking in on these PS1 ties. Okay, if you're getting, I'm probably too close to it. It's probably feeding back a little bit. Now these Predator builds are exactly why I quit running Blue Squadron B-Wings. I kept running into turret builds with Predator and they just pound on you. Of course I never ran 4 of them. But
Yeah, I'll make you reroll the 2. It's probably because he was at range 2. You can modify the ones that have single reroll. So I'll make you reroll 2 hits. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just really, I will say it's a self-reminder. These things not just assume it's a range 3.
okay, and over here we're back to dials. Let's be a pretty interesting turn here.
Well, I saved myself on crit there.
See if are we gonna have any blocks, or what's he gonna do with this Phantom there? TJ's got an awful lot of space occupied with those ties. If he chooses to go in and block, try and block Phil.
It's a thing that happened. Yeah. Not that much.
Alright, so here we're going to start turning dials over. Whisper's going to decloak to the left. Might have a little bit of a problem with that rock here in a second.
Sounds like all mutton returns.
And it looks like he is going the blocking route. He's going to try and clutter up that space there in front of Fell.
What's your left?
Yeah, he's going for as much clutter there in front of Fell as he can get. Now, TJ has initiative here, so keep that in mind when we start talking about Foul Runner and Chirino if that ever becomes an issue.
This one is stupid. I'm gonna reveal one bank. I'm gonna roll
So he's applied Navigator here to switch his one bank to a two bank and move himself a little further down the board. Boy, he's got the loose peg that plagued those two ships, the Decimator and the Outrider. And we'll see now what Whisper does. Well, I'm not sure I would have taken initiative if I was TJ here. I probably would have wanted to be able to go ahead and move Whisper after Fell. So it's an interesting roll to the left there for Whisper. And let's see what Fell's got. A really good move. Very nicely done. And he's able to cleanly boost right out. Yeah, well, that was just guessed exactly wrong. It's a really, really good move by Steven there. And then again, you got to go back to the decision to take initiative there. And those rear ties, that was just, I think, Hal Runner that took those shots. Had focused and rolled a couple eyeballs. Got a little second guessing going on the table about the decision to roll Whisper there. She would have blocked Fell. Fell would have been taking dice from all those TIE fighters. Key move. Sorry for the big pause, but I mean they're just about 6 feet from me, so I don't want to add a whole lot of conjecture about what I think they're doing when they can hear what I'm talking about. So we'll wait until all their dials are down.
If he doesn't get to shoot, he's going to shoot that rear. That's it. He's going to die before he can shoot anyways. But it strips the line, which is what I needed. Not if he dies before he can shoot anyways. What do you mean? He's laughing. Oh, you're saying, yeah. I have one wolf, so I'm going to reroll one of the blanks. 3. Hit crit. Yep. And then I'll focus. Use the focus token to change that. Come on. And then.
And this is, yeah, pretty much the move here. He's got to get these TIE fighters reoriented and back into the fight. So getting them all K-turned is...
Jimmer doesn't have any shots, so now Jimmer gets to roll a lot of evades.
but yeah, that could have been a game-changing barrel roll there. Doesn't make that roll and fell slams into him, no actions. Parked right in front of a bunch of ties with re-rolls at range 1. That could have been a bad day for Mr. Fell. You know, when you're dealing with Fell rigged up like that, you're waiting for that mistake the whole game, and if you let him off the hook with one, that can change the game for you. Yeah, pretty key barrel roll there. Could have completely changed the tone of the game.
Happy about that exchange with how much damage is left. The next guy, he's going to be rolling 5. But no evade token this time.
And he's target locked. Howl Runner.
My first game, I rolled literally 5 blanks.
Let's start in the back.
The wood, like, forward 1. Yep.
Since Whisper didn't fire there, Whisper didn't automatically recloak, so he's going to go ahead and make that 3 turn and recloak.
Yes, yes. He embraces the him. They'll probably end up touching each other, but we'll just say that.
Try going for it, but
Because you're right. Common sense says that they won't collide, so we'll just play it that way. Well, maybe you're telling me that's screwed up.
So Fell turtles up here. Evade focus, and the extra focus. Fell's got that bottom TIE fighter. That's one of the Academy pilots at range 3. He's going to get it. That's evaded. Now we've got Rebel Captive on the Decimator kicking in and putting stress on that tie that he just made a PS8 with Swarm Tactics.
So you get stretch about 3, 4. Oh, it's wet. Sorry.
He's the one who
And there goes one of his academy pilots.
No, because you're not gonna buy. If you're not gonna buy.
Yeah, laser it. Because otherwise he's not. He knows the Y wing. You're gonna let the Y wing know he's there. I'm good. Pew pew pew. Boy. Hit your crit.
Second page. Or crit. You got damage cockpit. Pilot skill 0 after this round.
I mean, there's no real stress on it. Yes. Sorry.
So we've got a cloaked whisper that pretty much is not going to come into play this turn. Fell is going to move last.
Cheapskate, I don't know about that. Always forget. So yeah,
We got the new decloak rule. So Whisper's going to go ahead and decloak.
We'll ignore any real bumps you got because we know that it's fine. So you're 8. Natural human clumsiness.
I want to do. Fire sign. Focus for 3 hits.
Try to do a 3.
Wait, shield is dead. Yep. I told you you're going to pay for that.
Got a 2 straight on that rear academy pilot, so we're going to mark and see if he clears that. Looks like he does clear it.
Boost, I'm not really going to do myself any good.
Now we're going to see what Hal Runner's going to do. Another 2 straight.
You get target lock for later.
Going to get that academy pilot out of the way and see.
For Jeffers, he's going to get target lock on number 11.
She'll clear that, no problem.
He's doing a 1 easy to the left. They all made it.
Do a 2 bank here. I will keep it a 2 bank.
Looks like Steve's got a 2 bank. He's going to bump that lead academy pilot. Yep, right there.
That was a 2 straight. Almost certainly.
Jay has 1 shield on, so he's got 1 shield left.
Okay, so we got a fell bump.
If that's range 3, yes.
So,
So he would shoot first.
But I don't. Looks like the geometry, what's going on. We got a range 2 and a range 3. Maybe a range 1 and a range 3.
So 42 is the one that damaged her.
They're checking. Oop.
I'm just gonna take that out shot at 42. Angler cannon.
Let's go on Howl then. So range 2.
It's range 3, but it's a secondary weapon, so you don't get bonus stats.
2 hits on Howl.
So, Howl Runner cleanly evaded 2 hits from Fell.
Pretty easy choices.
And he's promoted that top. We've figured that's a range 2 shot.
Yes, this is the first night I'm playing this.
And he whiffs.
It's amazing.
Range 1 on just take another shot.
I think everyone else has
Well, Haller's dice are not helping him at all.
Decimator range 1 to
Now the Decimator gets a range 1 shot into Howl Runner.
I will spend my target.
And that's target lock. And that's the end of Howl Runner, I believe. Yep, and there's Howl Runner. Yeah, that was Mike. That was the sort of the climax of the match, and things would be playing potentially be playing very differently if that had gone differently.
That was a good call on the focus.
You know, now we have Whisper kind of off here on the left, and 2 pretty badly outgunned Academy pilots. You know, but you're right. With that one action, if we could get that back, we'd have a completely different game, potentially at this point. Right, exactly, Mike. Could have been a huge swing. Looks like we've got a couple K-turns here from our Academy pilots. Get them turned around, trying to earn their supper.
First, you could hard turn, make things fall, hard turn that way. All right, it's worth a try. Of course.
Welcome to the fight.
1 straight.
Fortunately, in this instance, they're pretty badly outgunned, and they're both stressed, and one of them's about to take more stress as soon as it starts firing into Chernu. Fell does not have any damage. Chernu has a little. I'm not sure how much. Let me go take a peek real quick. Yeah, Chirnu's only got 2 damage on him. Mouse, you missed a pretty pivotal turn earlier where TJ had fell hemmed up pretty badly and could have really shot him up. And chose to barrel roll Whisper to the right and just let Steve slip out, or he really would have put it on him with 3 or 4 ties at range 1. Yeah, we got a hit and a crit now going to this Academy pilot. And now Chirnu's putting it into the same Academy pilot. So that's probably curtains for that one. I believe the crit was stunned pilot. Yeah, I mean, he's...
Should probably just start putting my initials on my dials. Obstacles.
What you don't really do on this is like
Yeah, I just don't know what options you have here.
Good.
well, of course, mine's all documented. Unless I go totally cheap.
Oh, that I had to
All right, X-Wing players, 15 minutes left in the round.
You got 15 minutes left to go in this last round. Here comes some dials. Okay, I think we've got a crit on Chirnu, putting him at PS0. We're going to have to roll for damage on that rock. No, and he gets away with the rock. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. The stun pilot crit was on the Academy pilot before he died. Oh, no, I got you. Yeah, this is winding down, I think. More nice maneuvering from Steven there, as it looks like he's rolled out of arc of a decloaked Phantom and who's not going to be able to shoot back at him. Last turn, TJ decloaked and then turned onto that rock and wasn't able to recloak, and so now he's kind of twisting out there. He gets his cloak. We got a hit and 2 crits on the Phantom.
Oh, I do get a second breast hook block and
coming off an asteroid.
yeah.
I still get advanced range.
You are stressed or the stress hook was given before, because the stress hook happens when you target your close happens after the shot is finished. So if you look at the warning, you and have a stress token.
So he didn't get his reclo because he's stressed when he fired on the decimator with rebel captive. So he just took some damage, decloaked. Hitting 2 crits now. Back to the Phantom, who's going to have 3 dice. 2 evades, takes another crit. Minor hull breach. So he gets a hit and a crit with his Academy pilot.
I'm keeping an eye on him the whole time. I know, man. But hey, for 23 points.
I think he just said the crit's a console fire, so that's going to keep the decimator from performing any actions in his action bar. But I mean, we're pretty late in the game. Now, Steven is going into this turn double stress as he pushed and then fired into Whisper with Rebel Captive. I believe that's right. I can't see the cards from here, but I think that's correct, Mike. I think we're down to 1 hit point on Whisper. Thanks, bud. Good night.
Because right now he could shoot a Jake.
Oh boy, it's a big sweeping move out of the decimator. And he's going to try and boost over to the right. And he's going to land that.
Done right.
Yeah.
Just figuring there are great many directions that he can go. Also, this is going to get me the farthest away from you. Try to give me as many range bands as possible between us.
Okay, ready again?
So Fell's going to take a 2-turn. Yeah, I'll see if they'll come over and talk about it real quick. So Steven rolled to try and clear that console fire, but he was unsuccessful, so the console fire burns on. So at 2 hits and a crit now. What a...
I thought he was going to clear because of the way that the go for it. Yeah.
The last game, well, no, I did that maneuvers. So the first one I was trying to get around behind his beam and bump the front. Shooting at it.
Put up my console fire.
And the next guy, I did another bad one where I just kind of rocked between me and them.
these are both the yeah, I don't have a lot. Yeah, it was me fucking. I'm just gonna do.
Oh, it's only stress. Was it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's right. When you roll hit.
Yeah, when you fly the Eagles well, they're really fun. When you fly them poorly, you feel like a doofus.
But he's shielded up.
Yeah. Clear my stress.
Good as I'm gonna do right now. 3.
Oh, yeah.
How old are you? I know. Man, I thought I had you after I drew. Yeah, put in all those shots.
It's not on his bar. It was engine upgrade.
I figured if I don't take the wedge off the board immediately, I'm gonna lose no matter what.
So foul brings 1
Into the one trade Scissor for wedge because
I will spend
take him with that. I know he's not really. Yes.
I didn't either. I wasn't paying attention.
You killed
And that's that.
So Jerry goes first. He had a Hobbied target lock on number 11, I think it was. Yeah, he's doing a 1 hard to the right. Yesterday, I'm gonna lose my range 1 of that guy for plus.
5 minutes left, guys. 5 minutes.
So you guys want to talk about that? Talk about that turn? Hey guys, if you got a sec, they want to talk about that turn where you decide to roll, where you rolled Whisper to the right.
Yeah, I could have just taken. I could have
The
only taken this after him.
no, where you had the
I always, last time I played you, I was trying to go for wedge.
really the game could have swung completely differently if you hadn't rolled when you barrel rolled Whisper to the right, and he slipped fell up just to the left of you.
That
Yes,
was
I should have run.
the mistake that sealed
I should have run West fighting.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
I did the first time, and then kept my other 2 in the second. Yeah.
All right, fellas. So that's that. Looks like Steve goes 3-0 with a 100-point victory here over TJ, and that's probably going to stitch him up for the event. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.